So here we are standing east of the port of entry, east of the little city of Douglas, and across the border, a lot bigger city of Agua Prieta. And right inside the border, we have welcomed many, many migrants deported back to their home country of Mexico. Some of them having lived in the United States for many years, and for one reason or the other, broken tail light, some other reason, pulled over, asked for documents. They don't have any, and they are sent back to their country of Mexico, some of them where they never really grew up, because their whole childhood was in the United States. Their family is in the United States. And here they are in a strange town of the country where they were born, but they don't know anybody. So we've heard many stories. A woman I remember talking about needing so desperately to get back home, the United States, to her children. And she had crossed in town. The Border Patrol is pretty intensely present along the border in town to find people who somehow scale the wall, they say, in 30 seconds they can get over. Sounds impossible to me. But she's cowering underneath a bush, so afraid, talking to her guide on the telephone, not sure what she should do because she's just so afraid. She probably thinks the whole bush is trembling with her. And maybe she gives off some kind of energy and a Border Patrol truck drives by and happens to notice her. We hear stories of migrants who are told by their guides, go now, jump over the fence. And they get to the top of the fence and they see the Border Patrol trucks are right there because they're the bait. They're the ones that are sent over in order to attract attention and cause the Border Patrol to be there rather than someplace else where they are crossing something that they feel more valuable. So it's a cat and mouse game. I've talked to people who decide that their trip into the United States is going to be through the mountains. And they probably have a more experienced guide, but they need to carry food and drink supplies for 8 days of walking until they get to I-10. So I asked myself, what is the desperation that causes people to risk their lives? And it truly is, especially in the summertime, crossing this desert with its heat and animals, snakes, spiders, all of the uneven terrain, that you can navigate this successfully is an amazing feat. Heard it called, this is the entrance exam to passage into the United States. We came here to be present as a community, that through our presence as a community, the individual gifts that we bring, getting involved in organizations, collaborating with others in building up this community, building it up as a binational community. Our presence is a ministry. Our collaborating with different organizations from Tele de Cristo and other faith organizations. And we are often here as a prayerful presence. We belong to a committee called Diocese Without Borders, where we are working to experience more and celebrate that we are all together in the body of Christ. We are one church, we are one people, and all the many issues that seem to divide us need to be discussed, and we need to be in dialogue in order to come together to greater understanding and being about being one people. It's pretty. And we don't always have clouds, you know. We a lot of times have boring blue sky. Sunshine, bright, 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 bright. So the clouds just create a lot more beauty. Somebody said that music happens, I suppose, kind of like in the same way that all these clouds are here. Music happens in a stream when there are all kinds of stones and obstacles and things that it has to go around and get past. If it's a clear stream, it just runs. But the hopping over and bubbling around on the stones makes music. And these clouds, which can block the sun. Sometimes we think that maybe the hope isn't coming through. But the struggle to bring light where there is darkness and to bring unity where there is contention, tension, misunderstanding, the beauty of that coming together is like no other kind of beauty. Not just stark, shining brightness, but it's modulated and colored and tempered with struggle. I guess that's one thing about the School Sisters of Notre Dame. It's not just that, oh, you know, one big happy family, unity, unity. It's the struggle for unity, and definitely there are all kinds of obstacles to make for the struggle to come to understanding and acknowledgement that we are one.